Hey, big sister. Long time no text, huh? Guess it must be like a year since we last texted, huh? This is your cute little sister, Haley. Happy to hear from you, I bet. I don't need this so early in the morning. What do you want? How could you say that? That's not very nice. What's not nice is stealing someone's husband. That's not nice. You really have gal contacting me. I told you, it was meant to happen. It was unavoidable. I know that Randy met and married you first, but then he met me and fell in love. What can I say? Randy came to grips with his true feelings. All I did was respond in kind. You really shouldn't be so critical towards two people that are truly in love. Hearing that from someone who has no compassion or consideration for others just does not ring true. Yeah. Anyway, that's not why I contacted you. What the hell do you want? If you have something to say, get it over with, would ya? Oh, you bet I have something to say. Ready for this? We got a room at a luxury hotel and we're staying there for a whole week! 7 days! Wow, I'm so happy for you. And guess which hotel? None other than the Merryweather Hotel! Wait, what? The Merryweather Hotel? Are you serious? I knew that would get all your attention. The suite room at the Merryweather is one of the most popular spots among famous celebrities. And to be staying there for a week? Oh, it's so mind-boggling. Obviously, it would just be me and Randy. Can I ask you something? The Merryweather has several hotels around the state. Is this the one right downtown on Market? That's the one. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's your birthday tomorrow, wasn't it? A day early, but happy birthday, Cindy! Oh, I feel so bad. I mean, it's your birthday and I'm the one staying at a suite in the Merryweather with your ex-husband. Wow. You can't make this stuff up. I assure you, it's not as if I'm treating you with contempt or anything like that. I'm not, Cindy. What can I say? I'm so sorry. You have no intention of apologizing, do you? You got me there, sis. But I do feel a tiny bit of remorse for stealing the heir to a company. But you have to admit why super rich Randy is treating me to a 1-week stay at the Merryweather. He loves me. How else to explain it, right? Randy chose me over you. And you just can't stand that, can you? Well, you had it coming. Randy's former wife can grab a cardboard box from the trash heap and spend the night on the street while we lounge in our luxurious suite room drinking champagne. Not that I really care, but I would verify that reservation if I were you. Well, I better get going. Need to pack some things for our week-long stay. Can't forget my bathing suit. He'll drool over me when he sees it. 7 days is pretty long. I may need 2 suitcases. See you around. Yeah, whatever. Why do I even have to put up with this BS?
Hey, Cindy, you there? Man, I was super shocked. You made reservations at the Merryweather Hotel for 7 days. And you scheduled it so it coincided with your birthday. Nice touch. My love for you finally got through. These past 2 weeks were hell for me. I never stopped sending you my love through line. It finally reached you. I knew you would give me the benefit of the doubt. I'm ready to accept your love once again unconditionally. I'm here for you, my darling. 7 days of love and passion. The love that wavered a year ago feels like an eternity, but this suffering is finally ended. Our love is reawakened like a phoenix out of the inferno. So what's the number of this suite room that you reserved at the Merryweather? I'll be up there PDQ.
What the hell is this? And what does PDQ even mean?
There you are, Cindy. I was wondering when you were going to respond. A PDQ, pretty damn quick. Haven't you heard that expression?
Must be something you heard from Haley. Figures. So, what's this about? I thought you were engaged to my little sister Haley. I don't need this right now.
Yeah, about that. I'll explain all that to you later. Really dangling the bait, aren't you? Making me wait a whole hour. So, where's this suite room? Give me the room number. I just arrived at the hotel and asked at the desk about it, but they just gave me the runaround. I told them I was staying here with the person who made the reservation, but I was told it was private information or something, and they couldn't tell me.
Yeah, well, I got a call from the front desk about some suspicious guy asking about me. That's why I'm texting you. Hey, Randy, what the hell are you up to?
What am I up to? Seriously? You responded to my love line and made reservations at the Merriweather so we can celebrate your birthday and make love all week. Love and passion for a whole week. That's what I'm up to. We reaffirm our love for each other and become husband and wife again.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there, Randy. The person who made that reservation was my current boyfriend.
Pardon me?
After divorcing you, a friend of mine introduced me to a really nice guy. He wanted to celebrate my birthday, so he made reservations for a suite room here at the Merriweather Hotel.
Hold it a sec, Cindy. Are you saying you already have a boyfriend? Then why have you continued to accept my love line for the past 2 weeks? If you had no interest in me, you would have blocked me.
I never responded to your texts, and you can see I never read any of them. Other than your first one, and the one right now. I'm sure you're aware of that little red icon. I'm surprised you didn't take that as being shunned.
But you were...
When we got divorced, my lawyer gave me some sound advice. He warned me that you seemed a little reluctant to go through with the divorce, so I better be careful. That I shouldn't block you right away. I just sort of left it at that and forgot all about blocking you. I just ignore your texts as I do other stuff like spam mail. 2 weeks ago, I started getting a whole slew of messages. I thought it was some kind of spam. I was just going to call my lawyer and get his advice on how I could press charges, or at least get rid of this nuisance.
Yeah, but I was only trying to,
Where did you even hear about this hotel reservation anyway? We haven't talked at all after the divorce, so how?
My sister mentioned it to me.
Excuse me? Your sister? You mean Caroline?
Yeah, she found out I was sending the love line to you and told me you were going to spend a week at the Merriweather with your guy to commemorate your birthday.
Don't tell me you thought this guy was you.
Yeah, well...
Knowing Caroline, I think she was trying to tell you that I was already taken, and that you had better give it up.
Well, why didn't she just say that straight out then?
I guess it's a good time to tell you. The one that introduced me to my current boyfriend is Caroline, your sister.
Wait, what?
Your sister was a client of our company, and we had cordial business relations. So even after we divorced, we kept in touch. Well, long story short, she introduced me to the president of our company, and we started dating. That was like 6 or 7 months ago.
Are you saying that you're going out with my sister's boss? The president of her company.
That's right. Hooray! Hats off to you, Randy. Now that you realize your mistake, I would appreciate it if you would leave.
Damn you, Cindy. I gave up everything, even the right to take over my dad's business.
Hey, Cindy, dear sister. How are you doing? Guess what? I'm just arriving at the Merriweather Hotel. I wonder if Randy is already here. Everybody's having a drink in the hotel lounge.
Haley, listen up.
I'm so sorry. I bet you're upset.
Sorry to dampen your spirits, but I'm already checked into my suite here at the Merriweather.
Pardon me. What are you talking about?
I'm saying I'm checked into the suite at the Merriweather with my boyfriend. That's what I'm talking about.
Am I hearing you right? You're checked in?
Before you go on a tangent, a little piece of information. My boyfriend is not Randy, just so you know. I met the guy long after I divorced Randy, so keep that in mind.
Hold it right there, Cindy. It was Randy who made reservations. That means you guys hijacked the suite room from us. How could you?
Correction. It was my current boyfriend who made the reservation. Randy has nothing whatsoever to do with any of this.
You're nuts. Anyway, I witnessed it with my own eyes. He had it written down in his schedule book. It said, reservations at the Merriweather Hotel, suite room, 7-day stay. What was that about then?
Ugh, this is getting nowhere. Why don't you verify it with Randy? He'll explain everything. He was just making a note of my reservation. Not sure why. Better ask him, Haley.
But why would...
I guess he thought I made the reservation for him. My boyfriend made the reservation for us. But somehow he got it all screwed up and thought the lucky guy was him.
You're not making sense.
I just got a call from the front desk. Apparently there was some sort of commotion about some unruly guests asking about me. So I texted him, and hopefully I straightened things out with him. I asked him to leave. Not sure if he's there anymore.
Why is this happening? Why?
Excuse me?
He picked me over you. He dumped you. So why? Why did he even make that mistake? Why would he even think you invited him? Why did you come running here for God's sake?
Yeah, I know. Indeed, I wonder why. I really wish you guys would work it out yourselves, and just so you know, I've been receiving messages from him for the past 2 weeks. Apparently he wants to get back together with me.
No, come on. You can't be serious, Cindy.
Of course I have no interest whatsoever, so I just ignored it, but... One day, he heard that I made reservations at the Merriweather to celebrate my birthday, which led to this glorious mix-up.
Ugh. I think I have a headache coming on.
He's no longer in line to take over his father's business, and he's not exactly rich. I really don't see how he could have even afford a suite at the Merriweather. And for 7 nights? Forget it.
What the hell?
Well, that's the lowdown. Figure it out yourselves. This really does not concern us. Goodbye.
Randy, where the hell are you?
What is it, Haley?
I heard you were trying to rekindle your relationship with Cindy. Is that true? What the hell is going on?
I really don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me, Randy. I bet you're still pissed that I was caught coming out of that hotel with some guy 2 weeks ago. Is that what you wanted to get back with her? I only had a relationship with that guy once. I'm not seeing him anymore. It was just a one-time fling. Don't make a big deal out of it, for God's sake. Anyway, what is this crap about getting back with my sister?
Oh, shut your big fat mouth. I didn't know you were such a tart. Sleep with any guy, come on, really? If I'd known what kind of person you were, I would never have divorced Cindy.
What did you just say? Where the hell are you now?
You really think I'm gonna tell you?
You better tell me, or you're going to regret it. Randy! I'm warning you, I will marry you no matter what.
There's a story going around with this crazy woman was chasing a guy around holding a crumpled up sheet of paper in her hands. She was apparently screaming, "Marry me, sign the papers, I will never let you go." The witness said it was like some horror movie. Apparently, the guy looked scared out of his wits. Obviously, the police were called, but what's more, they did a lot of damage to the items in the area. I think they were at some expensive restaurant or something. Evidently, charges were brought against them, and they were ordered to pay considerable amount for the damages they incurred. With the compensation they had to pay me a year ago, plus this stuff, really left them as poor as a church mouse. Last I heard, they were working their butts off to pay off all of their debt that they had accumulated.
Hi, Jasmine. Aren't you home yet? Gone late, don't you think? I'm starving. When are you going to get dinner ready?
Are you kidding me, Mark? I just finished work and about to get on the subway.
The subway? Does that mean you won't be home anytime soon? A wife is supposed to get home before the husband and have dinner ready. That's what a normal married life's about.
I told you I had some overtime work today. There's some leftovers in the fridge. Make something yourself if you can't wait. Besides, we're both working, and I work further away. A longer commute. How the hell am I supposed to get home before you?
That's your problem. Figure it out for yourself, for God's sake. Don't rely on me to do everything. You're the wife here.
You know what, Mark? I was meaning to tell you. Instead of trying to solve your hunger issues right about the time when I finish work, can't you shift your thought process a wee bit and prepare a meal yourself? Or just buy something on your way home?
Pardon me? Cooking meals for your husband is a woman's job. Why does the man of the house have to prepare his own meal? Jeez. My mum was able to do all the housework and cook all the meals for my dad without even breaking a sweat. Why the hell can't you do it?
Duh! She wasn't working, that's why. She was a full-time housewife. She wasn't working at the office, which allowed her to focus 100% on her house chores. Is that so hard to understand? But in our case, we both work. The best arrangement would be to both share responsibilities. That seems fair, right? We both work, we're both tired when we finish work, and want to come home and relax. Our situations are exactly the same.
I call that BS idiocy. Mum is mum. You're completely different. Don't compare the two. One thing is certain. House chores and cooking, that's a woman's job. The thought of even allowing a husband to do housework is preposterous. I always thought you were pretty level-headed, but when it comes to this issue, you're like totally lame-brained.
You seem to have forgotten all about the promise you made before we got married. We agreed to share all household chores. Or have you conveniently suppressed that?
Just stop with the BS and get home to make me dinner. I'm starving. Just hurry it up, will ya?
Yeah, I hear you. But I'm just gonna pick up something on the way home. No way I'm cooking anything tonight.
Are you kidding me? Pick something up. What did I just finish saying to you, for Pete's sake?
Even if I get home and start cooking now, you'll be eating by... let's see, 10:30ish? You okay with that?
10:30-ish? Are you out of your mind? That's like 2 hours from now. I can't wait that long.
What am I supposed to do then? You refuse to even heat up any of the leftovers or pop that ready-made stuff in the microwave. Your only option seems to be, to die from malnutrition. It's that, or I buy something on the way home. That way, you won't go hungry.
But I wanted to.
So, what's it gonna be?
All right already, but just tonight. You got that.
Yeah.
Jasmine, can you spare some time? There's something I want to ask of you.
Oh, hi, Mom. What's up?
I know it's sudden and maybe out of line, but would you mind if I use your kitchen?
Our kitchen? You want to borrow our kitchen?
Yeah, I feel like an idiot. I have this party tomorrow with my friends, and we're supposed to each bring something. I was going to make some of my special cookies. And what do you know? Our oven is not working.
Oh, that's not good.
I was just going to call the repairman and have it fixed, but was told they won't be available until Monday. That's just too late. I remember that the one at your place is exactly the same model as ours, so I know how it works. So I figured I have all the cookies ready. Just have to pop them in the oven for a few hours and then let them cool. I'll time it from when you get back from work. So if it's not a bother, I'd appreciate it.
I don't mind at all, actually. The only problem is, I'm on a business trip right now, and I won't be back tonight. Mark said he was going to be pretty late tonight, too, so...
Oh my, that is a problem, isn't it?
But you still have the spare key we gave you, right? We won't be there. If you don't mind being there alone, go right ahead and use it. No problem.
Are you sure? I know you gave me the spare key just for emergencies. I really don't want to interfere with your daily routine or anything.
But it is an emergency, right? You called to ask permission. I don't see a problem here at all.
I'm so happy you feel that way, Jasmine. You're a lifesaver. I'll contact Mark and tell him what's up.
All right, no problem.
Hey, Jasmine, are you there? Your husband comes home and there's nobody to greet me. What the hell? I see you haven't done anything again. No household chores, no laundry, and of course, no meal. When are you ever going to learn, Jasmine? I just looked in the fridge, more leftover crap. You know I won't eat that stuff. And what's on the kitchen table all wrapped up neat and all? Another cold meal. Why am I even working? This is what I come home to after a hard day's work. Oh God, this is the worst. Has your cooking gotten worse? Figures. You haven't cooked in so long. I'll give this meal an F-. This stuff isn't even fit for a dog. This goes right to the garbage dumper history. Good riddance.
Is that you, Mark? Do you realize what time it is? Don't tell me you just dumped tonight's dinner into the garbage.
The stuff that was prepared for you on the kitchen table? Yeah, straight into the garbage bin. It's all your fault, Jasmine. Always weaseling out of your household chores. Cooking this crap at the last minute. I've had enough.
Mark, have you forgotten? I'm on a business trip right now.
Huh? Business trip?
Yes, the client's office is pretty far, so I was told to stay overnight at the local business hotel. I told you about this the other night. I guess you weren't listening. Which means that if I'm not there, how the hell am I going to cook or clean? You tell me, Mark.
Huh? And what was that meal?
I asked your mom to cook something for you.
You asked Mum to cook me tonight's meal?
Yeah, your mom texted me and asked me if she could use our oven. It seems hers broke down or something. She used a spare key to get in. Since I wasn't going to be there, I asked her to prepare something for you. Actually, she offered to cook for you in exchange for using our kitchen.
Wait, what?
Your mom said she texted you about it. Did you get her message? Don't tell me you didn't see it.
What, you're kidding, right? I just saw the line message Mum sent. I got a whole slew of messages from my friend and I totally miss Mum's.
Good heavens, Mark. Did you really dump the stuff your mom made? You actually tossed it all out? You're not kidding.
I was only trying to, you know.
You really chucked it out. Your mom was super excited. She was all hyped up about making you your favorite chicken casserole. Don't tell me you threw out the stuff in the fridge too.
Wait, not that. You're not telling me Mum made that too, are ya?
Well, I sure don't remember making anything the last few days.
You can't be serious.
I'm surprised at you, Mark. I mean, you took a bite out of your mom's cooking, your favorite casserole, and you spit it out saying it tastes like crap and chuck it in the garbage? What's wrong with you, Mark? I thought you loved your mom's cooking. Has your taste buds gone haywire? Maybe it's just that you got in your head that anything I cook equals crap. That must be it. Self-induced mental whatever. Jasmine, are you texting with Mark right now? Mom? I'm really sorry about... Before you say anything, Jasmine, everything is fine. I know all about it.
Excuse me? Could it be that you're still at her place?
Yes, that's right. I'm at your place. I came into the place very quietly, so I think he still doesn't know I'm here.
Right. Can I ask what the situation is at the moment?
Before we get into any of that, there is something I wanted to convey to you. Although it may come as a total shock to you, but it's something that you need to know. I'm really sorry about this.
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
I was cooking and stepped out for a while to go and get some sugar and flour at the 24-hour supermarket down the street. On my way home, I spotted Mark and was just about to call out to him when he was with another woman.
Stop right there, Mom. What?
He was with some woman I've never seen before. He was saying goodbye to her just around the corner from your place. So I figure she lives nearby.
I see. A woman, huh?
I'm really sorry I had to tell you this, Jasmine. But I just couldn't keep such a thing from you. I thought you had the right to know. I hope you're not angry with me.
No, not at all. I'm actually grateful. To tell you the truth, I had my doubts about him for some time now. I started to get skeptical about his actions when he started complaining about my cooking and going out drinking until late. Something he never used to do when we first got married. He's probably going about his business like it's normal, but his daily routine and just the way he's been acting, it was sort of obvious, come to think of it.
I see. I'm so sorry, Jasmine. He's my son. I feel responsible.
No need for you to apologize, Mom. You've done nothing wrong.
You have every right to punish him. I'll leave that up to you to decide. Although he's my son, I'm on your side of this, Jasmine. We need to collect all the evidence we can get. So for now, let's go about our usual routine.
Thanks, Mom. Yes, let's do that.
Okay, so for now, I'll confront him about the casserole he tossed out. Give him a piece of my mind, but no mention of you-know-what. And Jasmine, get your emotions in check before you come home. Got that?
Yes, I'll do just that. Thanks, Mom.
Jasmine, where are ya? You know what just happened? Mum was right there in the house. She was here all along. She even saw me throw out a chicken casserole. What am I going to do? Why didn't you say something?
How was I supposed to know? Anyway, this was all of your own making, Mark.
Come on, Jasmine. Don't say that. Text her, would ya? When she gets this angry, there's no way I can put out the flame.
I'm not a firefighter. Don't ask me.
Be friendly with her. You guys get along. She'll listen to you. Oh, come on, please. Just cool it, then. Well, please.
None of my business. You work it out with her.
But, please.
I have a long drive back tomorrow, so I'm hitting the sack. Oh, yeah. I'm going to stop off at my folks' place on the way home, so I won't be back for the weekend.
Please, Jasmine, you can't leave me hanging.
Good night, Mark. Have fun.
Anyone pisses my mum off is going to suffer the consequences. What the hell is this? Why are you demanding compensation from me? And what's this about a divorce? When the hell did this happen? What did I do to deserve this?
You got the divorce papers from my lawyer, right? It's all in that affidavit. The compensation demands and why I'm asking for damages. Would you please read the darn thing before you start mouthing off at me?
What damages are you even talking about? What, are you accusing me of cheating on you? You think I got another woman or something?
No use denying it. I know all about it, Mark.
Huh? Excuse me?
The woman down the street? Her husband is away on that business trip. This has apparently been going on for, 6 months now?
Oh, what are you talking about?
You started complaining of my household chores and cooking because of her, right? She's a housewife that you so highly regard, unlike me. You sort of made out like I should be like your mom. This wonderful super housewife, which I must admit is... But in reality, you were comparing me to that woman.
No, Jasmine, you got me all wrong.
And just so you know, your mom is well aware of the whole situation.
You're kidding me.
She said she was fed up with you and said she will be staying at your sister's place for... Not sure how long. You better ask her.
Did she really say that? I don't believe it. My mum too. She's abandoned me too.
Just so you're aware, the one that witnessed you with that woman was your mom. She told me about her. No need to tell you why she's so pissed off. Well, that's all I have to say. If there is anything else, please talk to my lawyer first.
Please, Jasmine, let's talk about this.
Nothing to talk about, Mark. Goodbye. Well, it took some time to convince him, but with all the evidence, how could he not agree to the divorce? I was able to get all that I demanded for their infidelity. As a matter of fact, I just confirmed that the full amount was deposited into my account this morning. As for those two, I heard they started living together after her divorce. But they are apparently bickering constantly. The reason? Ironically, it was something to do with sharing household chores. With both of them in debt, they are evidently living in an old beat-up apartment down by Market Street, and both working day in and day out to pay off their debt. Because they were never home, their house turned into a frightful mess. What makes matters worse is that they keep demanding that the other do the housework, making the situation even worse. A real revolving door situation. I heard that the police were called on several occasions because of the heated arguments. Not a situation that could go on forever. They were eventually evicted, which was the last straw for that ill-fated relationship. Both of them apparently skipped town never to be seen again.
Maisie, are you there? We have to have a serious talk right now. I've had just about enough of this. Did you really eat my food out of the fridge? I made that food for me to eat and put the leftovers in the fridge to be my meal when I got home. Now I have nothing to eat.
Oh, hey there, Cheryl. Nice to hear from you too. If you really must know, Barry told me that it was if I ate that stuff. So I don't get why you think it's okay to be coming at me like this when it isn't even my fault. If you're really going to be so upset over this, maybe next time you should make enough food to feed the whole house. Have you ever thought of that?
And just what makes you think that I should have to cook your food as well as my own? Aren't you capable of cooking your own?
Did you seriously just say that to me? Are you being serious right now?
You know, I was okay with it happening if it was a couple times a month. I can let things like that slide. But you've been stealing my food out of the fridge almost every day now. I buy all of the ingredients myself, and now I've been paying for 2 or 3 people's worth of food just to have enough for myself. If you really want to eat my cooking, then the least you can do is help pay for it.
Wow, I really just can't believe you right now. Are you seriously trying to extort your husband's little sister for money with this shtick?
Look, I remember that you once told me that you worked freelance and only ever took home about $1,500 a month. It isn't like I can't understand why you would want someone to pay for your food.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just figured that since we're sisters-in-law now, that you would want to make sure that I was always taken care of. I mean, my brother is letting you live in his house after all. It really is the least you could do. But honestly, to try and steal from your own sister-in-law like you're doing now, well, I guess I just never thought you were that kind of person.
Are you seriously bringing this nonsense up again? You know that this isn't how things really are.
Well then, why don't you tell me how things really are then, huh?
The house that we're all living in belongs to my parents. How many times are you going to make me repeat myself?
Well, that might be true, but my brother is the one who earns all the money at home, right? So basically, if it weren't for him and his income, we wouldn't be able to live here, right? So the way I see it, the house really belongs to my brother.
You do know that I also have a job, don't you? I mean, you do realize that we both do leave the house every day to go to work where we have to earn our own income, right?
Right, but the main earner for the house is actually my brother, right? I mean, he earns more than the rest of us.
But the fact is that the house is my parents' house. It's my childhood house. You do understand that, right?
Cheryl. Don't you ever get tired of having the same conversation over and over again? I mean, can you really not see how selfish you're being? I'm going to show all these messages to Barry and make him set you straight. You're going to regret going up against me.
Cheryl, what is the matter with you? I just finished talking with Maisie and she told me all about the horrible things that you were saying to her. I thought I told you that you need to quit fighting with her. I think the least you could do to make up with her is to cook her dinner tonight. Honestly, how can you be so selfish and cruel to someone like Maisie?
All right then, Barry. I can do that if you pay me for the food that Maisie is going to eat.
Excuse me? You can't be serious about that, right? I know that you didn't seriously just suggest that to me. Do you even hear yourself right now? Honestly, sometimes dealing with you can be so difficult.
You probably already know this, but Maisie actually puts a lot of stock into you around here, even though it's my house. She seems to think that you have the run of things because you earn the most money. And yet, despite earning all that money, why aren't you doing more to pick up your sister's expenses if you pity her for having them so much?
Oh, what? This again? I don't think we really need to open this can of worms again.
Listen to me. Maisie used to only come over a few times a month, and I had no problem with it. But now she's here almost every day and is driving me up the wall. This house belongs to me, and I would just like a bit more privacy while here.
I see. So basically what you're saying is that you're going to try and go against me, the real breadwinner of the house?
Wait, what? What are you talking about right now? Please tell me that you didn't actually just say that. Do you even realize how ridiculous you're being right now?
That's right. I finally get what you've been trying to say this whole time. And if that's how you're going to be, then I will always take Maisie's side over you.
You can't be serious about this right now, right?
No, of course I'm serious. I'm the older brother, and it's my job to watch over my little sister. She's my family, and it's my duty to take care of her. You're the one in the wrong here.
And just what are you going to do about it, huh? Kick me out of my house?
Well, I have no other choice. I mean, if you're going to treat my little sister that way, then you have to be punished somehow, don't you think?
Hey, why don't we all calm down here for a moment and think really hard about this? Are you really sure there isn't something important that you're forgetting right now?
Don't try and come at me with your usual threats. They aren't going to work on me this time. Maisie and I are going to stay at my parents' tonight, but tomorrow, we're both coming home, got it? You have until then to move out of the house with all of your belongings in tow, or else I am divorcing you.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess I could always try and go to stay with some friends or something then.
I don't care where you go, just get out of this house already.
All right already. I understand it. Well, goodbye then.
Just stop texting me and leave already. If you can text, then you can pack. We want you out of this house right now. Hey, Cheryl, are you there? I'd really like to talk if you have a second. I feel we haven't talked since you left the house. I'm wondering if enough time has passed for you to think about what you did wrong. I just want you to know that if you're ready to apologize, then we can let you back in. But until then, you aren't allowed to come back home, okay? I mean, honestly, what is the point of keeping up all this fighting? For pride? That's silly. Just come back home and apologize to Maisie and I, and we can put all this behind us. Don't you see that?
Cheryl, are you there? Please stop this already. I mean, just how long do you think you can keep this up? All you have to do is come back home, say that you're sorry, and then my brother will forgive you for everything. Don't you want to come home? Don't you want to save your marriage? You can do all that, I promise. You just have to come to us and say that you're sorry for everything. Okay, seriously, Cheryl, what is going on here? Why are we having these heavy boxes being sent to the house right now? What is the meaning of this? Barry's gone to work, and I can't seem to get a hold of him. I need answers now. Do you understand me? Get back to me when you see these messages. Cheryl, are you there or not? This strange old couple showed up at the house, and they wouldn't leave until I beat them up and threw them off the property. I told them that the house belonged to my older brother, but they just didn't seem to believe me. They told me that they left the house to their daughter and didn't know how I was.
Maisie, are you serious? Have you seriously not figured out what's going on here yet?
Cheryl, you finally answered me. I want answers, and I want them now. Who were those old people? Are they friends of yours or something? Did you send them here to try and kick us out of the house? How could you be so cruel?
Do you really think those two old people are just complete strangers, totally unrelated to this situation? That was actually the second time ever that you've met those people.
Well then, who are they? I seriously have no idea who those old people were supposed to be.
They were my parents! Duh!
Wait, those two people were your parents?
That's right. My parents moved away to another state about 5 years ago because my dad got a transfer in his job. He just finished his stint away, and the two of them are finally coming back to their home. All those boxes that are showing up are full of their belongings.
No, you can't be serious about this. I mean, it's not their house. It belongs to my brother.
Maisie, you know that we've gone over this again and again and again. I told you that the house belongs to my parents.
But, so, you were being honest about all that?
Of course I was. And just because you tricked yourself into seeing it some other way doesn't change the facts on the ground. Did you seriously think I was lying about any of what I said?
So then, whose name is it on the deed to the house then? Yours or your parents'?
If you really want to know, my dad is written down as the owner of the house. I was taking care of the house while being allowed to stay in it while the two of them were away for work. That was just before Barry and I got married, and I invited him to move in with me and live together. Now, do you realize that you've been officially kicked out of that house?
I guess so. I suppose it would be weird for me to keep staying here if your parents were going to be living here.
Good. I'm glad we have this settled then. Now, why don't you run off back to your house already?
Hold on a second. What if my brother just buys the house from your parents? What do you think about that?
You're not serious about that, are you? You want him to buy the house.
Of course I'm serious. I mean, just think about it. If Barry buys the house, then nothing has to change at all.
Yeah, I really don't think that is going to work out well for you at all.
Why not? It's the perfect plan. I mean, Barry works for a huge company. Surely he earns enough to buy any house that he wants.
So I guess you really had no clue about any of the truth after all, huh?
The truth? What do you mean by that? What are you talking about?
This is going to be tough coming from me, but Barry only takes home about $1,700 a month.
Hold on a second. What did you just say? My older brother only earns $1,700 a month?
Well, even though Barry and I work at different companies, we're both about the same position in our respective jobs, and I make double what he makes.
Wait a second. You earn twice as much as Barry makes?
That's right. Although I guess I should make a connection. We're of similar rank in the company, but Barry is a temp, and I'm not.
Wait, what? Why am I just hearing about all this for the first time? What is going on here?
It was about a year after Barry and I got married. He made a huge mistake that ended up costing him his job, and he has always had trouble finding new work after that. He had actually stopped looking for some time before I told him that he needed to do something. So he went to work for a temp agency. Ever since then, he's been doing the same thing.
Seriously, I had no idea about any of this. I mean, is my brother really just a temp?
You can choose to believe me or not. It really doesn't affect the reality of the situation either way. But you should know that I've been paying for all of the utilities, food, and everything else that we've all been using at this house. That is why I have a problem with you spending more and more time here and suggesting that I pay for everything that you need as well.
I don't believe this. This is all too much to take in at once.
Well, anyways, I say all of this to explain to you why your brother won't be able to just buy this house like it's nothing.
So he's just another bum? Earning nothing?
I'm glad that you finally understand the situation. Now please, pack up your things and leave my house already. I can make sure to send some of your boxes to your address. The sooner you leave, the better.
But my parents are going to be so mad at me if I go back. Please don't make me go back there. You have no idea how strict they've always been. But if they found out some of the things I was saying to you or doing, then I don't know what they'll do to me.
Don't worry. I actually already called ahead to your parents, explained to them everything, and asked them not to be too mad at you.
So, you talked to my parents about all this already? They know about everything already? Oh no, this is really bad. What am I gonna do? I'll be in huge trouble back home.
That's right, I did. I imagine that they will be somewhat mad, but I don't think either of us can really blame them for that, right?
I suppose you're right, but I'm really scared.
That's okay. You just go on home now, okay?
I'm so sorry for everything I did and said before, Cheryl.
Cheryl, are you there? This is really serious. You had better get back to me. I had completely forgotten that your parents were getting back here today. Why didn't you ever remind me that they were coming today? I just got back from work and I saw the two of them there waiting for me. They looked so pissed. When I walked up to them to greet them, they both just started yelling at me, launching into this tirade about all the things wrong that I've done. Not only that, but I heard that you told Maisie about my job? Why would you do that? You've completely ruined the image that she has of me. Now my only sister hates me, and it's all your fault. Even my parents don't want me to live at their place anymore. What am I supposed to do? You have to help me.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We're getting a divorce.
Wait, what? You can't be serious, right? You really want to end things with me? I don't even understand what I did that was wrong. Please don't do this to me.
Of course I am. I am very serious.
But then I'll have nothing, no one. What am I supposed to do without you? Please don't do this to me. I need your help. Cheryl, please, come back. You can't leave me.
Without anywhere else to go, Barry had no choice but to try going to his parents' house one more time. Barry's parents have always really liked me, and when he went back, they were still furious with him for what he did to me. They also had no idea he was working for a temp agency. After our divorce, he found a new job at a famously strict company, although even after starting work there, he never regained the confidence of his little sister. I heard that he didn't even last long at the company and was eventually forced to go back to his parents for a second time. Maisie, now totally disillusioned with her older brother, decided to enroll in a beauty class and studied until she found a job at a salon and raised enough money to move out and live on her own, away from the rest of her family.
Hey, Sorrow, I heard that you quit your job at the company and are now proudly unemployed.
Huh? What is it, Aunt? Hold on. Who said I was unemployed? I got permission from Mom and I work part-time to help out the two of us at home. Also, I don't use that much money myself anyway, so I'm pretty sure I'm not being a burden.
Calm down, Sorrow, I was just joking. You want to become a comic book writer in the future, which is why you quit your full-time job, right?
Yeah, what's so bad about it? You make fun of me wanting to be a comic book writer, but I even have an editor, you know?
Yeah, I'm not making fun of you, Sorrow. I'm just kidding. I, for one, support you chasing your dreams.
Are you sure about that?
You're so serious, Sorrow, and I know exactly what you need to fix that. I'll introduce you to a cool part-time job that you could use in your stories or something.
I have a bad feeling about this. What do you mean a cool part-time job? You're not going to make me do anything illegal, are you?
Don't worry, this is completely legal. You know that I work in the Human Resources Department at my company, right?
Oh yeah, it's a pretty big company as well, right?
Yeah, you see, there's going to be a huge recruitment at my company's subsidiary company next month. I want you to apply.
Huh? But I have no intention of becoming a full-time employee at a company, you know?
I'm not telling you to join e-corporations, I'm telling you to go undercover. I want you to go to that interview as a spy so you can inspect the hiring process.
Inspect the hiring process? Why?
You see, I've received 2 reports from e-corporations telling me that there was something suspicious about the hiring process. There's something suspicious going on with the interviewers, you see? I mean, you just quit your job recently, right? It's going to be really believable if someone like that goes undercover, don't you think? This is perfect timing for you to do this job.
Yeah, but I wonder if I'll be able to do it.
I mean, it's an interesting side job, right? Like I said, you could use it in your comics or something. Besides, you won't need to do anything fancy. Just apply for a job and tell me what goes on in their hiring process. Oh, just make sure that they don't find out you're an inspector, I guess.
Well, I guess that doesn't sound that difficult, and it does sound like an interesting job, to be honest.
Why don't you first listen to the job explanation before making a decision?
I don't know. It sounds like a lot of unnecessary hassle.
If you accept, you're going to make a lot of money easily, you know. I know it's a bit of a strange part-time job, but you really won't have to do that much.
All right, I'll listen to the explanation first. Hello, Mr. Paolo. This is Ivan, the person in charge of the recruitment interviews at e-corporations. Good morning. Thank you for letting me know I passed the document screening yesterday. Yes, no problem. We're going to be contacting you and the others who passed the document screening mainly by text from now on. Is that all right for you? Yes, I understand. I look forward to working with you. Anyways, I heard that yours was a single-parent household and that we were raised by your mother growing up. Is this true? Yes, my father passed away when I was in middle school and I've been living with my mother ever since. Things were a bit rough after Dad passed away, but somehow my mom managed to pay for my tuition all the way until I graduated college. I see. All right, I understand.
Hi, Sorrow. The first selection round just finished, right? Thanks for your work.
Hello, Aunt Monica.
So, how was the interview process?
Right now it just feels like a regular selection process, but...
Is the interviewer pressuring you or something?
No, he just asked the usual questions. It was all just very standard and professional.
Is there anything in particular that caught your attention?
Let me think.
It's all right if you feel like it's nothing. Just give me anything that comes to your mind.
Oh yeah, I remember he seemed a bit too interested in my environment growing up as a child.
Your environment growing up as a child? What exactly do you mean by that?
One of the interviewers is a guy named Ivan, right? Do you know him?
Yes, he works at the Human Resources Department at e-corporations.
He asked me whether I was raised only by my mother by text, and in the actual interview, he asked me again in between 2 more standard questions. Well, it's true that I do live with my mother, just the 2 of us, but I don't really understand why he had asked me the same thing over and over. He's probably just concerned whether I would have taken care of her on my own if anything happened to her. Is what I thought during the interview, at least.
Interesting. This might have something to do with the reports I was already given. Did he ask this to the other applicants?
Oh, yeah. He asked similar questions like, do you live on your own? Or, are your parents currently healthy? That's why I thought he was only asking me all those questions to find out whether I would suddenly have to take leave just because of a family emergency or something.
I see. So he's more clever than I thought. Just to be clear, Ivan was the one who asked all of these questions.
Yep. All the other interviewers just asked standard interview questions, and Ivan would ask these other questions on top of that. What do you mean by Ivan's more clever than I thought, though? Do you suspect him of plotting something?
Yes, although we don't have any actual proof yet. He's made sure to cover his tracks and make it seem like he's been asking completely reasonable questions during the interview. I suspect that he only asked the other applicants stuff like, "Do you live on your own?" or "Are your parents currently healthy?" to mask his questions about you being raised by your mother. You need to keep going. He's going to slip up at one point or another.
So does that mean I should just contact me and tell me what to do before then, alright?
Got it. I will. Hi, Sorrow. Congratulations on completing the final interview.
Oh, hi, Aunt. Yeah, thanks. You say that like I'm actually applying for a job here.
Yeah, that was the joke. I'll get straight to the point, though. How was it?
Yep, that Ivan guy is suspicious. Just like you told me, he said something that made me think that he was very concerned that I was raised by a single mother. It was something like, "Are you sure you want to join our company? Because it may be a bit difficult for you to take a leave if your mother falls ill or something." I don't know why he had to tell me specifically that, though. I mean, don't all, well, I guess most of, the other employees have parents as well? I'll just give you the details later via an IC audio recording.
Okay, was there anything else?
Well, to be honest, I myself wondered if I was just imagining things or not, but do you want to hear it?
Of course, tell me. I hired you to tell me everything you noticed during the hiring process, remember?
It's about Ivan again. But there was an opportunity for all the people who passed the preliminary interview and all the interviews to gather and talk to each other. There was this one woman. Whenever Ivan would ask her a question, she would answer with the normal response. But I got the feeling that she was anxious the whole time. I mean, all the other applicants were anxious as well, but she seemed to be on the verge of panicking or something. It looked like she was avoiding his eyes when she was talking to him as well.
I'm guessing you don't happen to know why she was acting like that?
This is all just my personal opinion, and depending on how you look at it or how I tell it to you, it could come across as being very offensive. And I don't even know if it's related, but...
Just tell it to me, Sorrow. Do you remember her name?
I think her name was Anna. Why? Do you think Ivan is targeting beautiful women or something?
Yes. Well, women he finds attractive, to be more precise.
Just to be clear, I have no idea if this has anything to do with the hiring process, alright?
Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter how small you think it is, just tell it to me, because who knows if it could be important. There's always a chance that this whole situation will get solved by an unlikely clue. And just between you and me, I'm pretty sure that this is related to our case. You see, the 2 tips I got from insiders in E-Corporation were also women that could be considered beautiful.
I get it. Well, I guess we really do have to investigate every clue no matter how unlikely, since we don't even have any proof yet.
No need to be impatient, Sorrow. There's also a high possibility that something will happen before they tell you you're hired, so don't let your guard down until I say it's over, okay?
What? Could it be that I'm going to be accepted?
Well, yes.
Wow, so, does this mean that...
Don't worry. We made it so that you being there wouldn't affect the final results, so you didn't make anyone fail the interview or anything if that's what you're worried about.
Oh, I see. It's fine if that's the case, though.
All right. We've just got a little more to go, so keep working hard. I feel like we're just about to catch him.
Alright, got it. Hello, Mr. Paolo. This is Ivan from E-Corporations. Can you talk right now? Oh, hello. Thanks for your work with the interviews. Is there something you wanted to tell me? Well, you see, I told you that you were hired yesterday, right? Yes, thank you for choosing me to join the company. Yes, about that. I'm sorry, but I changed my mind and we're not going to be hiring you after all. Why exactly is that? Don't take this the wrong way. I am truly sorry I have to do this, but it's a rule of our company that we can't hire people who were raised by a single mother, which is why I'm going to have to revoke your job offer. What? You're not going to hire me because I was raised by a single mother? Yes, I had already confirmed that you were raised by a single mother growing up, but due to some mistakes by the other interviewers, you were accidentally given a pass. I was so close. We were almost fooled because he looked like a regular person on the outside, but in reality, he was raised by a single mother and thus is trash. Is what the other interviewer said. You see, he even went as far as ripping apart your resume. I'm sorry, but this just means that we just don't need someone like you in our company. I see. I hope you have better luck finding a job in the future. Well, goodbye. I'm sorry we raised your hopes only to tell you the truth. It's true that I was raised by a single mother, but... Don't you think it's a bit strange not accepting someone just because of that? That's called a prejudice, you know. Thinking that someone didn't have a good upbringing just because they were raised by a single parent. Are you sure it's all right for someone in your position in charge of the company's human resources? Mr. Paolo, why you... This is what I'm talking about. We're not a charity, you know. You're just a piece of trash whose place is to get judged by others, not judge them yourself. You can't just tell me your opinions like you matter, you know. All right. Then I have a question for you then. Does it mean that it is a requirement for e-corporations that any potential applicant must have been raised by both parents? You mentioned that it was a rule of the company, right? Well, put it simply, yes. I understand. But that's crazy, don't you think? I've never heard of a company that had a rule not allowing people raised by single parents until now. What's crazy about it? It's actually a very common practice, Mr. Paolo. In this day and age, people talk of diversity and equality, and companies have to pretend they support it or else they'll lose customers. But in reality, they couldn't care less and would rather not have to work with such people if possible. Wow, such people, huh? But the woman named Anna I was interviewed with said she was raised by a single mother herself as well. Yet I heard that she just got the job offer. I also heard that the other women who were in a different group as me and who were also raised by single mothers got job offers as well. What? Even if we look at the two past recruitments, this imbalance was pointed out to have been too extreme to be an accident. Would you like to explain what the meaning of this is? How do you know all those details? I don't know. Why don't you make a guess? What? Oh, I get it. I see what you're trying to tell me now. All right, fine. Let's make a deal. A deal? You can pretend I never contacted you about your job offer being canceled. And I'll even make sure you get an above average salary once you join the company. In return, I want you to pretend like you don't know anything about me using Anna's weaknesses to make her do as I say. You know what? I'll even make it better for you. If you keep quiet, I'll let you in on my plan and we can use Anna for our pleasure together. I see. Thank you for the proof that you were doing something illegitimate. Huh? Hold on, Mr. Paolo. I can assure you that making a deal with me here is going to benefit you much, much more than if you hand this information over to whoever you're working for. Please, think about this more carefully. Yeah, no thanks. I'm just doing this as a part-time job, you know? I never actually intended on joining this company, or any other company for that matter. Anyways, I especially appreciate that you told me all of this by text, where it won't disappear. What? Shit. Well, I had to try, you know? Congratulations, you caught me. But could you please tell me one thing before you leave? How did you know? Was it a trap? Well, it's not really that it's a trap. You were already being suspicious of being an unfair interviewer. What? But I made sure that I didn't leave any evidence. Who the hell are you even? You see, I received a request from your parent company to investigate this company's hiring process. I was an undercover inspector. What? You were an inspector from the parent company all this time? But I didn't receive any information about this. I don't see how you could have, because currently only 2 people know what I'm doing here. Well, I guess 3 now that you know as well. You see, before the final interview, I noticed that Anna was acting a bit strange. And so I told the person who hired me to this job about it. They did a bit of investigation themselves, and I got the chance to ask Anna about it herself. which is how we found out about your perverted practices. What did you say? What part of what I'm doing is perverted? All I'm doing is preventing people like you from joining our company. If anything, I should be given a raise for my efforts. First of all, you look down on people who were raised by a single parent, automatically considering them as being in poverty and of being no use to the company. Ivan, based on this ideology of yours, you failed every man like me that was raised by a single parent without exception. Women that were raised by a single mother, on the other hand, you hinted to the ones you found attractive and easy to manipulate that they might be hired, and everyone else you still failed. The ones you did let into this company, however, you used to satisfy your own pleasures, using their weaknesses to make them do whatever you say. You know even that? Your mistake was that you got too greedy after succeeding twice already and attempting to do it a third time. It looks like you were quite the devil in disguise, Ivan. How do you feel now? By the way, the person from the parent company who hired me has been sitting next to me and reading these texts the whole time. What? Please understand that there's no use trying to make excuses anymore. This can't be happening. To think that I was caught. Is this the end of everything for me? Is my life going to end now? Well, goodbye then. Damn it. After that, a bit more investigation was done on the case. It seems that Ivan wasn't the only interviewer that was using their position as an interviewer to get what they wanted. It was such a scandal that it was decided that everyone in the upper ranks of E-corporations would be fired and replaced. With Ivan, on the other hand, it seems that him abusing his power as an interviewer wasn't the only rule he broke. It was found out that he was also guilty of countless other offenses, and in the end, he ended up having to pay multiple alimonies and damage compensations to multiple people in multiple areas. But in the end, it was decided that he had malicious intent when he did all these things. So he was ultimately just fired as well. Since he couldn't rely on a severance package, he was forced to make money in any way that he could think of. And it seems he became extremely busy day in and day out. He still had to take a huge loan, and now he has to work all day while being in extreme poverty. It seems that every day is extremely painful for him.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Gwen! It's been 5 years now, I think. I just wanted to say that I've started to think about you and thought I'd give you a text or two.
Huh? Who is this that I'm speaking to now?
Hey, come on now. You don't have to act so distant from me, all right? It's me, the man you've been wishing to have come back into your life again. Your ex-husband, Weston.
Oh, I think I have an idea of who you are. You're the man that stabbed me in the back right as I entered the hospital to have our baby, right? Well, I'm sorry to say, but I have not been wishing for you to come back into my life after that, so please leave me alone now. You must be thinking of another woman.
You have to be kidding me right now. Well, it's not like I bear any good news for you, though, since I'm not thinking of leaving my current wife or anything.
I'm getting really tired of having to text you right now. If you have a reason for texting me besides this tedious BS, then spit it out, please. Otherwise, I'm blocking you like I should have done all those years ago.
Starting today, you and I are going to be living together again, please and thank you.
Wait, what?
Actually, I'm already on my way over to your place right now. My car is filled with all our things, and I should be there in the next hour or two.
Even if you come here, you won't be seeing me any, so don't even think that you can start to live with me again.
Ah, okay, all right then. This isn't about me, all right? The real reason why I'm coming over to your place right now is this.
What? You still have more to say to me?
Actually, this has to do with your little sister, Kylie. She got into a really bad accident last year, and it's left her disabled. Right now, she's having to live life riding around in a wheelchair because her legs don't work anymore. And the doctor told me they'll never work again, so this is how she's gonna be for the rest of her life.
Wait, she's in a wheelchair now?
Honestly, having to take care of her by myself is really tough. So to try and push this job off onto someone else, I thought I could at least come to your place with her and have you care for her.
You can come out here all you want, but
That house you're living in, your parents' house, it's easily accessible for handicapped people, right? Just having the space for her to get around in her wheelchair would be a major help to her and I.
And
So we'll be moving into that house with you today, and I'll have you take care of your sister for me now.
Huh?
Just listen to me for a second. Kylie, she's your little sister of all people. As her older sister, you have to take care of her now, right, Gwen? That's just the way things should be. That's the way things have always been between sisters.
How about you stop doing things without asking me what I think about them first? And by the way, this house is not easily accessible for handicapped people. So I'm not sure where you're getting that information from.
I know it's easily accessible. I saw the place with my own eyes before. I get that I don't know everything about buildings and their layouts, but even to my amateur eyes, I could tell your place would be perfect for her.
You can say whatever you want, Weston, but I'm telling you right now that this house is not accessible for her.
Hey, I'm not going to let you run away from your responsibilities with stupid lies like that about your place.
My responsibilities to what?
Are you not heartbroken by the fact that your little sister is having to live in a wheelchair right now?
Not really, because I'm not sure what little sister you're talking about.
What?
I don't have any little sisters, Weston.
Hey!
And if you still try to get into my house, I will not be letting you inside. So good luck to you and whoever you're with.
I see now. So that's what's going on here. You happen to still have that kid with you that we both had years ago, and that's why you're not able to focus on taking care of Kylie for me. But here's the thing, you need to think about this more. I'm being very kind by coming back as that kid's father to be with them and raise them the way you can't as a mother. You should be happy and thankful to have me there to be with the kid, and that should mean you will take care of my wife as a way of showing your appreciation to me. You can also take care of the kid and I like you'd always been doing, as well as clean and cook for all of us. How could you be against something as wonderful as that? And once you start to live this happy life that I'm trying to give you, you won't find it that bad having to care for your little sister anymore. You'll get used to it, all right? You'll get used to it. And now that you're aware of all that, the problem's been solved. I think we'll be there in another 30 minutes or so, so please be waiting outside to see us. Well, would you look at that? Just like I was saying, you're living in a very accessible house for handicapped people. There's even a slope leading up to the porch and front door, which is very much meant for someone in a wheelchair, right?
Wait, you've arrived at my house? Hold on, you actually came to my house?
I told you already that starting today I'd be coming to live with you, right?
I know, but what's this about there being a slope leading up to the front door? This house is flat with the walkway coming up to the front door, so there's no place for a slope. Also, the fact that this house is a part of a condo group means that I can't just start putting in things like that without permission from the landlord first. They would get very upset otherwise.
What? Did you just say condo?
Yes, I'm living in a condo currently.
Wait, you're supposed to be living in a house, right?
I guess you could call this a house, but really it's a condo that's attached to a network of townhouses.
But right now, in front of me is this house that's accessible to even those who are in wheelchairs.
Excuse me? Hey, bud, where even are you right now?
Where am I? Jacksonville.
Oh, that's the town my parents used to live in.
Where your parents used to live?
They moved out of that city 3 years ago, so the current family who's living there has nothing to do with my parents or myself now.
Huh?
And from what I was told after they sold their house, the place was torn down completely. That's probably why the new house has all that accessibility for handicapped people to enter from.
What the heck? Why did you all move away from here without telling me?
Excuse me?
What the frick? Why didn't any of you tell your sister and me?
Who do you think was at fault for us having to all move away from there?
What?
That was the same house where my little sister, at the time, went and stole my husband from me. It was also called the house of where the parents of a whore lived because they let their younger daughter steal their older daughter's husband.
Huh?
There were all sorts of people in the neighborhood my parents and I lived in who loved to spread rumors about us after what had happened between you and my sister. After my mom went and had a word with some of those people and learned that they would never budge from calling our family names and making fun of us, she decided we all had to move out of town. And so that was the decision we all agreed on before selling the house.
What the heck? Well, that's not a good enough reason for not telling Kylie and I that you were all moving away.
You still don't get it then. The other reason for us all moving out of that house and leaving town.
What's that?
We left in order to cut ties to both of you and the little girl who went and stole her own older sister's husband from her. I'm sure you can understand why we'd want to cut ties to the both of you, and that's why you should no longer have any reason now for wanting to still talk to me.
What? Then what you were just saying about how you no longer have a little sister, that was all because you went and...
Because I've gone and cut ties to the both of you. If you want me to make up a word for what she is to me now, you can call her my ex-sister.
Your ex-sister?
Both my mom and dad are calling her their ex-daughter as well. And when it comes to what they are both calling you after backstabbing me, just know that their words are not clean. Now, if you're still in the mood to come and find where we are really living and try to meet with us, you can forget it. The three of us do not want to see you guys anymore, and we most certainly do not want you guys living here with us.
Wait a second. I get that what happened 5 years ago wasn't all that great, but if I have to say it, that all happened 5 years ago, right? Things have changed a lot since then, like Kylie's and my situation.
You're talking about how Kylie is now in a wheelchair and about how you're having to take care of her all by yourself now?
That's right, Gwen. Let's just forget about what happened 5 years ago and get back to being really close family to one another. Doesn't that sound like the best choice to you and your parents right now?
The only person that is allowed to choose whether or not to forget about the past is the victim, and you're not the victim. So, you want to get back to being close to one another again?
Gwen?
Shut the hell up. Gwen, this is Kylie. What? Kylie? Oh, thank goodness. I thought you would have had me blocked or something. What do you want from me? The only reason I unblocked you right now is because I'm worried about what your husband is doing and thought that you might come to tell me what the hell is up with him. I'm sorry. I know very well that I'm not in the place to be talking to you right now. I want to apologize to you from the bottom of my heart for what happened 5 years ago. I'm sure you won't be forgiving me for any of what happened then, but I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I fought back my fears this time and gave it all I had to contact you like this. What do you want, Kylie? Weston and I are getting a divorce, Gwen. Huh? The reason why I've been wanting a divorce is because I ended up paralyzed from the waist down in that car accident. Wait, so does that mean the divorce is really about you? Yes. He doesn't want to take care of me now, even though I'm in this wheelchair. He's been taking some care of me for a lot longer than I was originally expecting, but I can tell that it's causing him to only hate me more and more. And that's why you want this divorce? Thankfully, the company I've been working for is very accessible for people like me and have been helping me through a lot of the troubles I've been having. The company even helped me to find support outside the office for my needs. And, well, 2 days ago I had plans to enter a place for people like me where I could be cared for by professionals and such. Did something happen? I'm not sure how all of this played out, but for some reason Weston was able to hear about your recent state of affairs. Wait, what? My recent state of affairs? Is it true that you started your own company and are making a lot of money now? What? I'm sure I shouldn't be saying it all like this, but Aren't you better off being used by other people than being at the top and telling those around you what they should do? I see. I'm aware of that myself. In reality, I don't have a company of my own. Right now, I'm working full-time at a supermarket where I'm making pretty much the average amount anyone else in this position would be making. And I've had this job ever since I divorced Weston. That's kind of what I was thinking. In other words, the real reason for why Weston was wanting to move in with us here and have me take care of you was because he thought that I was making bank or something as a CEO? I think so. What you just said sounds correct to me, at least. He probably wants to be back with you now so that he can use you as his ATM while using the fact that I'm your disabled sister now to force you to take responsibility for my care. Does this also mean he's gone and quit his job? That's what he told me he'd done. I've wanted to escape him this whole time, hence wanting the divorce, but he continues to want to use me. And because of that, I can't get the divorce I want. I hope I can trust everything you're saying right now. What? Remember that you both were the ones that stabbed me in the back, so it's not that easy for me to trust a single word you're saying now. I guess you're right. I understand that this is hard for you to believe, but right now I'm really worried about what Weston is trying to do, and that's why I'm warning you about him before it's too late. What should I do? What should I be doing here? I have something to confess. It's about how you ended up being paralyzed from the waist down and about how you had to end up in a wheelchair. I've known all about that for a while now. What? Is that so? The hospital that you were taken to after that accident is the same hospital my friend is currently working at as a nurse. She knows about what happened between you and I 5 years ago, but she wanted to just give me a heads up. And so she told me in private what happened to you. Is that what happened? But, even with all of that in mind, I will never be meeting with you or Weston ever again. And I won't even tell you where I'm living now. I know. However, just this one time, I'll lend you a hand. Wait, are you sure that's okay? Can you wait a little bit? There's someone I'd like to chat with first before doing anything else. Currently, I'm hiding the fact that I'm talking to you from Weston by having a blanket over my head and acting like I'm asleep. I see. Well, thanks for letting me know that. When I have the details I need, I'll make an effort to talk things through with Weston and see where that takes us. Just keep the fact that you and I have been talking a secret from him, and I'll make sure something is done about him. Also, please remain by his side for the time being. Understood. I'm sorry this is all becoming a problem for you now as well. But thank you for the help. The park close to my parents' old house, Liverton Park.
What?
At the southern entrance near the swing set and everything, at 8 a.m.
What are you going on about right now?
Preparations have been made for both you and Kylie, so please come here to meet with me.
Wait, does that mean what I think it means?
Things will be explained to you in more detail tomorrow if you come. I'm sure that it's pretty early in the morning for someone like you, but make your best effort not to be late, and bring Kylie with you.
Will do. Hey, Gwen, who are all these men that just got out of that all blacked out SUV?
Did they not tell you who they were when they first came up to you?
They told me they're part of some sort of group, but I didn't hear everything. Who the hell are all of these men?
They all happen to work for a group who is known for their strict regulations and have been known to employ out-of-line people like yourself in order to reshape them into proper members of society.
Huh?
I heard about how you ended up quitting the job you had from back when you and I were still married, and so I thought you'd need a new place to work.
What? No, wait, I was thinking about finding another job after moving in with you. Actually, there is no reason for me to be working right now.
The man in charge of that company that's there to pick you up just so happens to be a customer of my husband.
Huh? Husband?
Now that I think about it, I never told you this. I got married.
What?
My husband recommended that I get that customer of his involved, so allow his company to give you a second chance, all right?
Wait. You're the one who started their own successful company, right?
What was that? I'm not sure what you're on about, but all I'm doing at the moment is working at the supermarket.
What?
I'm not sure who you were hearing all of that from, but the only person I know who started up a company recently and has been profiting from it is my husband.
So it's not you that started up a company?
I know very well that I'm not fit for bossing other people around or running my own business.
What?
This means we're done here, right? I have to head into work here pretty soon, so...
Wait. I just realized that Kylie is not around me anymore.
Like I care about where she went.
What?
Goodbye forever now, Weston. Consider yourself the newest member of my blocked contacts list.
Wait, Gwen! This is not the kind of stuff that I wanted to happen!
For starters, I was told that Kylie's things have all been sent to the new living quarters she was moving to, where she would be supported by a team of specialists who could care for her needs. After telling me that, she said thank you for what I'd done and that she'd work towards changing her ways while living there so that I'd someday be able to forgive her. And then after that last message, we stopped talking to one another altogether, as I went and blocked her phone number once again. The only things I've heard about Kylie since then is that she was finally able to get that divorce from Weston that she'd been wanting, and that she'd been working from home now, as a way of better using her time instead of having to struggle on her way to her office every day. Luckily, that divorce went a lot more smoothly for her than she first thought, since there was no way for Weston to fight back anymore. Now we have to talk about what happened with Weston. I only just learned about this a little bit after having him taken away by that company, and that's the fact that he has had some serious debt from even before he and I got married. I guess the original plan was to use me and my job to help him make more money in order to pay it all off. But when that never happened and he got me pregnant, he gave up. To this day, I'm not sure what led him down the path of leaving me for my little sister, but maybe she told him that she'd help with his debt, and that sealed the deal. Anyway, as for that debt, from here on out, using the money he'll be making at that soul-crushing company, 3/4 of it would go towards paying off his larger amount of debt. He had tried to explain to his manager in that company, or should I say handler, that he just needed some money from me and then all of the debt would be gone, but luckily all of the people there had no time to waste listening to him. And so all his pleas and requests to get his phone back in order to talk to me went unheard. A little while after moving into his dorm at the company, he was able to find his phone and get it back from his handler, but just before he could say anything to me, he was found, and his phone ultimately smashed by the foot of his coworker. The only message he was able to send to me before that happened was, "Help." And after seeing that message, I went and erased all his contact info from my phone. Finally, things have become quiet for me again.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Yo, Fiona! Long time no see. A little birdie tells me you got married. I almost spat out my frosted hoops when I heard the news. I would never have seen you and him continuing for this long in a million years. I gotta say, girl, I'm impressed. Huh? Is that Jen? Wait, how do you have my number? Oh, the group chat from the class reunion. Bingo! You can be pretty sharp sometimes, girl. God, you are so annoying. Hey, that was uncalled for. I have feelings too, you know. You're the one in the wrong for not giving me your number at the reunion last year, even though we were besties back in high school. Don't pretend you don't remember. We were practically inseparable. Huh? Me and you? Besties? On what planet? You always let me copy your homework. Plus, you treat me to meals and drinks. I'd be lying if I said I didn't hold a little grudge over what happened with your boyfriend, but hey, no one's perfect. I let you copy my homework, did I? That's funny, because the way I remember it, you just took my printouts and worksheets without my permission, ran away and disappeared with them, and didn't give them back until you were done plagiarizing them. Rather than treating you to meals and drinks, if my memory serves me correctly, whenever we went out to eat together, you conveniently forgot your purse when the bill came, leaving me no choice but to pay for everything. Which reminds me, you never gave me back a single cent of that money, did you? As for my boyfriend, I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Whatever, who cares about all that? It's bygones now. There's no use crying over spilled milk, so let's stop dragging up the past and look towards the future instead. I'd rather we just didn't talk at all, actually. Your words, they hurt me. Stop being so mean, you spoiled sport.
There's nothing wrong with two best friends catching up after a long time apart. Anyway, can I take the fact that you're still in the class reunion group chat as meaning you'll be coming again this year? Yeah, I guess so. Does that mean you'll be bringing your husband along too? Right, he was in our class after all. Interesting. I'm suddenly super excited for the class reunion. Why? That's for me to know and you to find out. I'm counting on you, Fiona. Keep them in good working order for me until we're reunited. Good working order? Fiona, Fiona, Fiona. It's time. The day of destiny is finally upon us. Huh? What are you talking about? Jen, would you give me a break already? Quit sending me random nonsensical messages out of nowhere. Why would today be a day of destiny? It's just a class reunion. Is something supposed to be happening there? Yes, exactly. Today is the fateful day I finally find happiness. Okay, great. See you later at the event hall, my darling. Would you quit with all the hearts? You're making me cringe. Fiona! It went down just like I said it would. I finally fulfilled my destiny and found happiness. Me and Rufus slipped out of the class reunion, went to a hotel, and he slipped inside me. The mood was so intense, our clothes were off as soon as we got inside the hotel room. And before you knew it, we were a passionate, sweaty mess writhing around in ecstasy on the bed. We have so much chemistry, I couldn't resist but let him have his way with me straight away. Oh, and guess what? You'll never guess what he told me. He said he never wants any other woman but me for the rest of his life, so he's divorcing you. Oopsie. Sorry for stealing your husband, sweetie. Jen, would you mind stopping right there? Sorry, no can do. Mine and Rufus's love is unstoppable and infinite. He's mine now and forever. No, seriously, Jen, you need to stop. Everyone can see your messages. What the hell? Everyone? The class reunion just erupted into chaos with laughter when they saw what you wrote. Huh? Excuse me? Sorry, can you bear with me a sec? I'm gonna unplug my phone from the big screen projector. Huh? The projector? What the heck are you doing? Does that mean what I think it means? Hey, Jen. Sorry to keep you waiting. What the hell is going on? Explain now! It was written on the information leaflet for the class reunion. There was an event called Memory Lane, right? We were all supposed to bring in our favorite photo from high school and would take it in turns using the projector provided by the event managers to show it to everyone on the wall before reminiscing over everyone's photos together. We were allowed to bring stuff in on the day, too. I remembered I had a funny photo on my phone after I got to the event. So I was in the process of hooking up my phone directly to the projector and showing it to everyone. Well, that's where you came in. I was trying to set up the projector app on my phone, but your messages came at the worst possible time, and I accidentally tapped onto one, opening up our chat for the entire event hall to see. Yep, those vulgar messages about your seedy tryst at the hotel were projected and enlarged on the wall for everyone to see. Awkward, huh? Oh my god, no way. Are you joking or something? Oh, this has to be a joke. Why didn't you turn it off as soon as you realized what was going on? You could have prevented this. Well, that was my intention, believe me. But then you mentioned Rufus in the messages. I was about to unplug my phone, but a certain someone came up to stop me when they realized what you were saying. Huh? Who? Who's the interfering asshole who thinks my business is their problem? Whoever it is, tell them to get their stinking nose out of my love life. That's just plain evil. I'm pretty sure stealing someone's husband and then bragging about it is more evil, actually. Have you no ability to self-reflect? Are you even self-aware? The fact you can make comments like that makes me seriously doubt it. Whatever, who cares? You know what? I'm actually pleased. In a sense, this means me and Rufus are now an official couple. I guess you can call this our announcement to the class reunion. Life's all about turning negatives into positives after all, and it's hard not to feel positive about having a big rugged hunk like Rufus all to myself. Still, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't pissed with whoever stopped you unplugging the phone. Go on, who was it? Rufus's wife. Huh? Hey, wait a second. Isn't that you, Fiona? Nope,
I get that your heart is broken and you feel overwhelmed with jealousy and despair because I stole your husband, but don't you think this is a little childish? Get over it and tell the truth already. I'm serious, it wasn't me. Is that so? Well, in that case, I take it this means we can call it quits on the compensation me and Rufus were fully prepared to pay you for the affair. I guess if you're not really Rufus's wife, you won't be entitled to it. Okay, have it your way. It's way better for me this way. You know, I impress myself with how smart I am sometimes. This is literally the best conclusion I could have hoped for. Oh yeah, here's another update on our love marathon. We decided to switch to the high-end luxury hotel by Boink Station. We just ordered champagne, room service, and will no doubt be making sweet love until the early hours. You need to head down to the county clerk's office, grab a set of divorce papers, and sign them by the time we get done. Why would I do that? This has nothing to do with me. Ah, this feels great. I always knew I was destined for great things, but I never thought my life would go this well. I feel like I'm the main character of a romance movie. With this, I finally get even on the grudge I've had against you since high school. Grudge? You do know I had the hots for Rufus in high school, right? No, this is the first I've heard of it. But even though I liked him and he should have been rightfully mine, you had the nerve to get involved and start dating him before I had the chance to make my move. I was so pissed when I found out I could have exploded with rage right then and there. What? Seriously, nothing you're saying makes any sense. Me and Rufus aren't dating, and we never have. Well, I finally got my own back. Don't act surprised, lady, because you had this coming. How many times do I have to say it? I am not Rufus's wife, and I am not his girlfriend. Oh, someone's calling me back into bed. Looks like a fresh round of lovemaking's about to begin. Oh my, will I even be able to walk tomorrow? Gotta bounce, honey. See ya! You're literally ignoring everything I say to you, huh? Fiona! What the hell's going on? Explain! What do you want, Jen? Don't play dumb with me, you scheming witch! How did everyone find out which hotel me and Rufus are staying at? And how did they know our room number? Oh, what the hell? Why the hell is Gina here? The look on her face when I opened the door was so terrifying, I instinctively escaped into the bathroom as soon as I saw her. Oh, I see. So Gina decided to launch a direct assault on the scene of the crime, huh? Huh? Remember when you told me you guys were staying at the luxury high-end hotel by Boink Station? Well, in a strange twist of fate, it turns out one of Gina's relatives is currently living there. When Gina saw your messages, she told her relative to keep an eye out for you guys. I'm guessing she caught sight of you in the lobby and followed you to your room or something. What? Wait, but that doesn't answer my question. Why the hell would Gina be pissed with me in the first place? I didn't do anything to her. Listen, Jen, to be honest, I'm a little surprised you haven't managed to put two and two together by now, but Gina is Rufus's wife. What? My husband is called Richard. He's Rufus's cousin. Huh? Wait a sec. Richard? You mean that Richard, the spectacled computer game obsessed nerd? Yes, Richard with the glasses is my husband. I confessed my feelings to him back in high school. We dated for a few years, he eventually proposed, we got married, and we've been together ever since. What the heck am I reading? I mean, I did know Richard and Rufus were cousins, but I saw you and Rufus on a date back in high school. That's the only reason I wanted to steal him for myself in the first place. Oh, Jen, whatever are we going to do with you? Allow me to explain what probably happened here. It's true, Richard usually wears glasses, but he likes to swap them out for contacts for special occasions. He also looks strikingly similar to Rufus, even though they're only cousins. They've both changed a lot now, but back in high school, when Richard took off his glasses, they almost looked like the same person. Oh my god. I'm guessing you saw Richard with his contacts in and mistook him for Rufus? What? Oh, what the heck? Are you serious? Why didn't you tell me this before I stole someone else's husband? Ugh! How was I supposed to do that when I only found out you made moves on the wrong husband by accident yesterday? Well, you could have told me you and Richard were dating back when you got together. At the very least, you could have told me you were getting married. I'm sorry, Jen, but me and you aren't close enough for you to be privy to updates on my private life. Huh? But I thought we were besties back in high school. I'd prefer if you didn't make such insane remarks, thanks. Do you mind if we call this conversation a day here? I feel a little bit more of my energy being drained with every message. Anyway, don't you have important things to deal with? You know, like maybe the furious betrayed wife in your hotel room? Messaging me should be the last thing on your mind. Sure, you may have committed your fatal error as a result of our messages, but as things stand, I have no involvement in the situation now. No, wait, you can't leave me to deal with this crap on my own! Gina really is livid. She said something about sending Rufus off to work in a factory in Nigeria after she divorced him before she stormed out of the reunion hall. I wonder what'll happen to you. Oh my god. Based on how loud she's banging on this bathroom door, I don't think she's kidding. Help me, Fiona, I'm so scared. Are you guys friends or something? You and Gina? If you are, you could put in a good word for me and calm her down. Will you do that for me? Will you please? Sorry, Jen. This one's out of my hands now. Nothing I could do could possibly save you now. Even if I wanted to. She's the CEO of the company your dad and brother work at, right? She took over after inheriting it from her dad 2 years back, if I recall correctly. I know that! I can't believe I stole the husband of a frickin' CEO. I mean, I'd be proud of myself if I did it without her finding out, but she's banging on the frickin' bathroom door and sounds like she wants to kill me. What the hell am I supposed to do now? Oh, you'd be proud if you got away with it, huh? I guess that means you feel no remorse whatsoever then. At least this way I can take great satisfaction in watching from the sidelines as justice is served. Listen, Jen, I'm not involved in this anymore, so how about you open the door and try talking to Gina? But she's so mad. I just got a message from Richard saying you're spamming him with messages begging him to call Gina off. I'm not sure why you think my husband would be able to get you out of this. You're talking about me behind my back? You need to solve your problems by yourself, Jen. There's nothing anyone can do for you now. Ugh! Why would he rat on me? And why would you betray me like this? You're supposed to be my friend. How many times do I have to say it? Me and you aren't friends, and we never have been. What? Quit making me repeat myself. Well, in that case, let's be friends, starting now. Huh? Please, you have to help me. I'm begging you. Isn't there some way we can make all of this go away? I feel terrible about what I did, simply terrible. Honestly, I don't know what came over me and made me act so stupidly. Yes, you do. You thought you were taking revenge on me for some stupid grudge from high school, so allow me to politely decline your offer of friendship. Oh my god! No one likes a dimwit. Although, saying that, I always despised you. Fiona! I'll be blocking you now. Goodbye, and good luck. After the drama that unfolded in the hotel room, Jen and Rufus immediately broke up, making the day of the class reunion both the beginning and the end of their short-lived romance. I was surprised to hear that they didn't end up owing much compensation. But something tells me Jen's problems are only just beginning. Remember how I mentioned Gina's the CEO of Jen's brother's and dad's company? Well, they didn't take too kindly to her destroying their boss's marriage, and word of the affair spread around the office like wildfire. Unable to bear the shame of being the butt of every joke and receiving the silent treatment from practically the entire company, they voluntarily resigned within a week. Fortunately for them, they both managed to find new jobs pretty quickly, but less fortunately, their salaries were half that of what they got at Gina's company. As for Jen, her family promptly disowned her, being so overwhelmed with disgust at her behavior that they couldn't bear to associate with her for a second longer. Now she was lost and alone, her life resembling a Greek tragedy. After word of her misdeeds spread around town, she found it impossible to find a respectable job. With that, she had no choice but to start working the night business, and these days can be seen hanging around on street corners in the hopes that some creepy old dude will pick her up and cover her rent money in return for some favors. Don't cheat, folks!
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Ashley. You're out at the store doing grocery shopping, right?
Yeah, Chris, I am. Is there something you want me to pick up for you?
Nah. I just wanted to check and make sure you weren't at home. That's all I needed to know.
Oh, okay. Well, I just got to the store a little bit ago, so I think I'll probably be here for another hour or so.
An hour? Okay, got it.
Also, your mom said she'd be going to an art museum in the city with a friend, so she'll be gone most of the day too. Is everything all right?
Oh yeah, everything's just peachy.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm gonna get back to shopping then. I'll see you at home.
Take your time.
Chris, what's going on? Who's that woman in the house?
Huh?
I just got back from shopping a minute ago. The door was unlocked, so I thought that you were there, so I just went inside. But some woman I've never met before was sitting in our living room, eating our food and watching our TV. I asked her who she was and what on earth she was doing here, and she said that you had given her a key.
Oh, yeah, that's Haley.
Haley? Who's Haley?
My girlfriend. Yeah, she's moving in with us starting today.
What?
Haley's been living with her folks ever since she graduated from college, but lately, she's gotten super lonely being away from me. She's texting me at all hours of the day like, I miss you, I want to kiss you, when are you going to come over? Can I see you tonight? Isn't she adorable? The moving company is coming this weekend to bring over the rest of her stuff. You'll be around to help, won't you?
Chris, back up. She's your girlfriend? Are you telling me that you've been having an affair?
Just so you don't get any weird ideas in your head. Don't even think about being a jerk to Haley. I won't let you treat the woman I love like anything else in royalty, got it?
What the woman you love? I am your wife. Aren't I the woman you love?
I don't think you understand what sort of position you're in, Ashley. I'm the one who pays for everything. The only reason you can stay home playing house is because I make enough for both of us.
That doesn't make it okay to have an affair. I mean, not only have you brought your mistress into our house, now you're telling me she's going to live here? This is absolutely unacceptable. I won't stand for this.
Okay, then leave.
What?
It's my house. What I say goes. I say she stays. Don't like it? Go ahead. See if you can make it on your own without leeching off of my hard-earned paycheck. If you divorce me, you're gonna end up penniless on the streets. The only way for you to avoid becoming homeless is to do exactly as I say.
Chris, I willingly quit my job in order to take care of your dying father. Do you have any idea what kind of a sacrifice that was for me?
Yeah, well, he's dead now, but you're still staying in my house all day and spending all of my money. You think you're sacrificing something? Get over yourself.
When your father died, I told you that I wanted to go back to work. I had done nothing but care for your father for 7 whole years. And do you remember what you said? You laughed in my face and said that no one would hire someone who's done nothing but babysit an old fogey for 7 years. So what gives you the right to talk to me like that?
I don't know. Maybe the fact that every single cent of the money in our bank account comes from my paycheck? So like I said, Haley's gonna live with us from now on. You got a problem with that?
No, Chris. She is welcome to stay.
You're goddamn right she's welcome to stay. Now, let's cover a few more ground rules. In my house, I'm the master and you're the servant. Whatever Haley wants to eat, you make. Whatever she tells you to do, you do immediately.
Understood.
Good. Make sure you keep up that obedience, okay? Yo, Ashley. Haley's gonna use your room, so get all of your stuff out of there.
What? She's getting my room? But didn't she sleep with you in your room last night?
Oh, come on. You had to see that massive pile of her stuff sitting in the living room? You had to put it somewhere.
Okay, well then where am I supposed to sleep?
I don't know. What about the garden shed?
The garden shed?
Got any better ideas? No? Then hurry up and start moving her stuff. And when you're done moving your junk out, move all of Haley's stuff in. That room had better be 100% neat and organized by sundown.
Understood.
Yo, Ashley. Haley wants ice cream. Go and get her some and make sure it's the good stuff. None of that cheap store brand garbage. And bring some for me too. We're gonna have a little ice cream party, just the two of us.
Understood.
Yo, Ashley. I'm gonna be at work until late tonight. Make sure you take care of everything Haley needs. If you even think about talking back to her, I'll divorce you right there on the spot and kick you to the curb. Don't forget that.
Understood. Ashley, dear, what are you thinking? Are you actually going to put up with this? Oh, hi there, Mom. What's the matter? What's the matter? Isn't it obvious? It's that woman, Haley. You're his wife and he's treating you like trash. Why are you going along with this? I remember back when you were first married, you were so much stronger than this. You even stood up to me, your mother-in-law. What happened to you? Yeah, to be honest, you were a pretty worthy opponent. I'm only as strong as I am because of you, Mom. Sweetheart, strength in this situation doesn't mean putting up with it. It means putting your foot down. That awful, awful woman, she even treats me like some sort of subordinate lackey. I, for one, have had more than I can stand. I've made my decision. I'm writing that boy out of my will and will be moving away from the city. You are? It's been long enough since Chris's father passed away. I did my best as a mother and as my late husband's wife to try and turn Chris around, but no more. I know Chris's father would understand. He must be turning over in his grave right now. Mom, I'm sorry. You don't need to be sorry for anything. If I can make one final request, don't tell Chris about this. I don't see him as my son any longer. I see. Okay, Mom, if that's what you want, then I won't tell him. Wait just a minute, though. I actually have something I need to tell you, too. The truth is, I've actually been aware of Chris's affair for quite some time now. You were? Really? Yes, but the unfortunate reality was that as a housewife without income of my own, I really didn't have any choice but to bear with it for the time being. I know it won't be easy to find a job that pays enough for me to support myself with. And while I do have some savings from back when I was single, depending on how long the divorce proceedings drag out, I might just end up burning through all of it, and that's something I want to avoid. So I decided that I would hold my head high and stay with him just long enough for me to get some hard evidence of his affair, and then divorce him. So, are you finally going to make your move? Yep. I never in my wildest dreams thought he'd bring all the evidence I could possibly need right to me like this. He thinks I got the upper hand, but I have him right where I want him.
Yo, Ashley. I haven't heard from my mom in a couple of days. Have you heard anything?
Your mom? I think she had said something about going on a little trip with a friend. Maybe they decided to extend their trip for a few days?
Why didn't you ask her how long she'd be away? God, you're useless.
You know better than anyone that your mom and I have never had a really great relationship. Do you think she would give me a full itinerary of her trip and contact information for their hotel or something?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Whatever. Ashley, what the hell are these divorce papers? Who do you think you are divorcing me? I'm your meal ticket.
Oh, you don't need to worry about me. I just got offered a job yesterday that offers free employee housing.
What?
And I've already moved in. I took all my stuff out of the house last night.
Is this some kind of joke?
Nope. I was talking to a friend from college about my current situation, and she told me she had a family member who she thought could help me. I have to admit it does make me a little bit nervous that I'll be working for the first time in 7 years, but I have no choice but to keep moving forward. After all, anything is better than staying here with you and your mistress. So, Chris, it gives me great pleasure to say that I'm divorcing you. Man, it feels so great to type that just now. I feel like this massive weight has been taken off of my shoulders.
Ashley, you... Whatever. Do what you want. I don't care. As soon as you're out of the picture, I can just get married to Haley, my true love. And since my nagging mother up and moved out of town or something, now Haley and I will be totally free to make the most out of our newlywed lifestyle. You know, this is actually the best possible thing that could have happened to me.
Is that so?
You win, Ashley. Let's get divorced. Today if possible. And right after we get that taken care of, Haley and I are gonna go get married at the courthouse. Ashley, you gotta help me, please. I can't believe this. This can't be happening to me.
I'm racking my brain to think of a reason the first person you text in a crisis is your ex-wife.
The divorce is off. You and I are gonna get married again.
What?
It's Haley. She's totally useless as a homemaker. She can't cook, she can't clean, she can't do anything.
Wow, really?
And that's not all. She's got 2 kids. She never said anything about them.
Yikes, that's crazy.
She brought them to the house last night without any notice. She just dropped him on the doorstep like, it's cool if my kids live here too, right? They were carrying boxes of their stuff with them and everything. She even already enrolled them in the local elementary school.
Jeez.
And let me tell you about these kids. They are the worst little brats I've ever seen. They're making a mess of every room in the house. They've only been here for a week, but they've already turned my house into a pigsty. They're leaving dirty footprints on the carpet, leaving milk dumped out on the kitchen floor.
You poor, poor thing.
I know, I don't deserve this. There's only one thing for me to do now. I need you to come back. You were always an immaculate homemaker. So what do you say, Ashley? We can start over. It'll be like we're newlyweds again. When do you think you can get back here? Maybe by this weekend? You can come back anytime you like, though. Just let me know.
Goodbye, Chris.
Ashley? Ashley! Why the hell are you suing? Why the hell are you suing me? Are you suing Haley too? What's going on here? Your lawyer just stopped by the house. You hired a lawyer? I'm already dealing with cleaning up the shoulder-high pile of garbage those brats have left in the kitchen, and now I have this to deal with? You're absolutely heartless, Ashley. You already divorced me. You can stop trying to ruin my life anytime now. Hey, are you there? Ashley, I know you're there. Answer me.
I thought everyone knew that you could be sued for having an affair that broke up a marriage, but apparently between doing all the housework that his spoiled, rotten mistress refuses to do and trying to keep the 2 kids she never told him about from destroying his house, I guess it must have slipped his mind. As soon as reality sunk in that he wasn't going to be able to rely on me for help, you know what he did next? He tracked down his mother's new address and graciously announced that he would allow her to move in with them. His mother then made the official announcement to him for the first time that she was disowning him as her son and had already written him out of her will. It must have been quite a sad and lonely drive back home. Meanwhile, our lawyers reached an agreement on a hefty settlement that both Chris and Haley paid in a lump sum. With all the legal and financial stress, the house continued to become more and more like one of those hoarder houses you see on TV. His company finally had enough of him showing up to work every day in a suit that smelled like he used it to clean toilets, so they encouraged him to resign. So I'd say it's only a matter of time before they actually do get featured on a hoarder show.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey Zara, you all ready, aren't you? I swear, women always take at least 5 times as long as dudes to get ready for things.
Chill, it's okay. I'm nearly ready. It's our wedding day. Surely I get a pass today of all days. Good morning, Graham. Bear with me a few more minutes, honey. I'll be ready to leave the house real soon, okay?
Alright, sweet.
Graham, everything is gonna be okay today, right?
What do you mean?
The thing with your 3 friends before, Jeff, Alex, and Mike, I heard about how they tried to pull an awful, mean-spirited prank on the bride at one of their old classmates' weddings and ended up getting thrown out of the church. They wouldn't try to do anything like that this time around, would they? Obviously, I didn't invite them when I heard about what they did. But we are holding the wedding locally, and it won't be the weirdest thing in the world if they had already caught wind of the time, date, and venue. It is a small town, after all. To tell you the truth, I'm kind of worried, Graham.
Oh, those 3 doofuses. If they tried pulling any funny business without my permission, they know I'd end up giving a stern telling off. Don't worry, babe. They wouldn't dream of it.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I'm pleased.
For God, you're so neurotic, babe. How many times do I gotta tell you to stop worrying over little things like this? You'll drive yourself into an early grave.
I guess you're right.
You know, I could actually see you calling off the wedding because you're so worried. You better not do anything crazy. Seriously. That would not be a laughing matter. Alright, babe. See you at the church.
Sure. I'll catch you later.
Yo, Zara, what's up, girl? Yeehaw! It's your old classmate, Jeff. How's it hanging? What's that? You don't remember giving me your number? Oh, don't worry. That's a minor detail. We can clear that up later. I doubt you'll see these messages till after you're done with the banquet. You're probably too busy right now. But that's actually why I'm messaging you up. You see, me, Alex, and Mike might not have been invited to the wedding. But you bet your sweet ass you're gonna be showing up to gate crash the place and pull a little prank so epic, it'll blow your mind. A boom. This is your official notice that the three of us just succeeded in sneaking into the church and are currently hiding in a top secret, undisclosed location with the assistance of a close friend. Oh, we're about to launch our secret attack, so get hyped! Zara, that was too damn funny. Sure, sneaking up from behind and slamming your head face down in the wedding cake like that might have been exactly what we planned. But we had no idea you'd stand on your dress and fall forward in the momentum. Man, seeing you hit the floor head first on the concrete like that before your ruined wedding cake tumbled down on you in an epic splatter was something out of a damn cartoon. Seriously, you couldn't write something this good if you tried. I guess you could say our grand surprise was a resounding success. If you ask me, getting the heads up from the groom in advance was the secret to everything going so well. All right, well, our work here is done. We'll be heading off now. Enjoy your wedding. Oh man, that was such a blast. Wait a sec. Oh babe, why'd you have to fall over so hilariously? I'm gonna bust a rib if I don't stop laughing soon. Man, seeing you go face first into the cake before tripping on your dress and hitting the deck in front of the guests on your own wedding day. Funniest thing I've ever seen. Oh, not to mention your reaction. That was even more dramatic than we expected. Nice work, babe. You have a future in Hollywood with performances like that. Alright. Oh, the fun's over. Hurry up and get changed and get your ass back out here. We've got a wedding to hold and the masses are waiting. Zara, what are you doing, babe? How long are you going to keep up this sulking act? You can't do this forever, you know. We have to get married now. The only reason your wedding dress is ruined is because you stepped on it and fell over when the boys pulled their little prank. That wasn't part of the plan. Oh, besides, you got changed immediately after, right? With a quick change of clothes and a little touching up of your makeup, you'll be back to beautiful. It'll be like nothing ever happened. Oh, you do know you're making all the guests wait now, right? Plus, you're causing hella inconvenience for the church staff. You think they get paid to sit around all day waiting for you to pull yourself together? Hurry up and get your ass back out here, woman.
The wedding is off. I want a divorce.
What did you just say? What the hell are you talking about? Hey, Zara, what the heck's wrong with you? How could you be so horrible? You reported my freaking buddies to the cops. What the hell's gotten into you? That whole thing at the wedding was just a little surprise, that's all. Just a bit of harmless fun, a silly prank. I'm your husband, and those guys are my friends. As my wife, you should be mature enough to know how to handle a joke. Why couldn't you just laugh it off and get on with the wedding like any normal person would? I mean, seriously, you joking me? Our wedding got freaking cancelled as a result of your selfish overreaction. I'm gonna have to go around returning all the wedding gifts now. Did you even see how nice the toaster Mitch and his wife gave us was? Not to mention the silver-plated detachable shower head from Craig. Now I'm going to have to give it all back, and it's all your fault. Thanks to your dumb, selfish actions, we may as well have thrown the $15,000 we spent on the wedding down the drain. Do you even understand the gravity of what you've done? You're in serious shit here, woman.
You probably already heard this from my lawyer, but when I tripped over at the wedding, I hit my head on the floor and suffered a concussion.
Huh?
You know that message I sent where I called off the wedding and asked for a divorce? It wasn't me who sent that. It was my mom. I was so weak and dizzy I could barely use my phone all day. Also, I sprained both of my ankles. That's not all. The wedding dress I rented now has a 20-centimeter hole in it due to the fact I was holding a knife to cut the wedding cake when your friends decided to push me over. I'm lucky I didn't end up catching myself with it and getting seriously injured. Do you seriously think I was in any state to carry on with the banquet after that? The only one who threw that $15,000 down the drain is you.
But...
We are absolutely getting a divorce, and there is nothing you can say to change my mind.
I do not agree to this. The only reason I agreed for my buddies to pull that little stunt at the banquet was to surprise you on your special day. Aren't weddings supposed to be memorable? You should be thanking me, not divorcing me. But no, you had to go speak to the cops about it, didn't you? You damn nut job. 3 of my pals have criminal records now, thanks to you. Do you have any idea how pissed they are at me? I told them you'd see the funny side and laugh it off. They would never have done it if they knew this would happen. Not only that, but on top of embarrassing me and totally wrecking my reputation with my buddies, you're asking for a divorce and compensation on top of it. God damn it, woman, you've got some nerve. Oh, and I'm not done yet, so you had better keep listening. Why on God's green earth should I be the one to bear the entire financial burden for the costs of the wedding? You think I can just pull $15,000 out of my arse like some goddamn magician? If anyone's got to pay, it should be you.
Graham, you knew full well how worried I was about your 3 friends showing up at the wedding, and you knew full well I was against it. You gave permission for them to pull their little stunt while having absolutely no idea what their surprise actually consisted of, didn't you?
It wouldn't be a surprise if I knew what was going to happen. Moron.
That's not the point. I had 3 guys sneak up on me from behind before restraining me and forcefully slamming my face down into my own wedding cake on my own wedding day. What kind of surprise do you call that? Maybe, just maybe, I would have given you the benefit of the doubt if you condemned what they did since you didn't actually know what they were going to do beforehand. But no, you're actually defending them.
Well, if you would have had a stronger posture and kept a firm footing, none of this would have ever happened. This is all your fault.
While wearing a long dress I wasn't used to wearing, while wearing high heels, get real. Do you seriously think a lone woman dressed like that can win against 3 guys who attack her from behind by surprise? If so, you may actually be more detached from reality than I thought.
Well.
Then to top it all off, instead of rushing over to help me when you saw what happened, you stood with Jeff and the guys while pointing and laughing at me like a bunch of kids in the school playground.
But I never knew things would get this out of hand.
You mean you couldn't see this coming? It doesn't take a genius, Graham. Jeff and the guys have previous records, you know? This isn't the first wedding they've crashed, and I know you know what they're like. Luckily, someone figured out what they were up to and put a stop to it beforehand that time, but what they were planning to do was so messed up, it's enough to send a chill down the spine of any decent, respectable human being. That's why we agreed they wouldn't be getting an invite to our wedding. Why would you blatantly ignore my wishes and let them into the church behind my back in spite of all that? Why did you leave them completely to their own devices while having absolutely no idea what their surprise actually consisted of?
Well, that was...
What was it, Graham? Go on, I'm listening.
It was,
What?
It was,
Pathetic. Look at you, you're not even capable of speaking. Anyone in their right mind would want to divorce you after what you did. I'd have to be nuts to stay married to a jerk like you. You do understand why you're the one who'll be covering all the costs for the wedding, right? Then there's the compensation you'll be paying me. Then there's the fact your 3 friends now have criminal records. I won't let you say you don't understand why any of this happened.
Zara, please, can I have one more chance? I promise I'll never do anything like this again.
Get real. Like hell I'm giving you another chance, you jerk. Goodbye.
Hey, Zara. It's been 5 years. I heard you're getting married again. I know where it's going to be held. I know the time and date, too. It's today. I'm heading out now. I'll be seeing you real soon, babe. Look, it's finally time for me and you to get remarried. I'll prepare for the flame of our passion to be reignited in epic fashion. Yeehaw. Hey, what the hell's going on? But why? To think I went out of my way to dress up nice in my tux and crash your wedding in a dramatic display of romance before sweeping you off your feet and kissing you in front of your jilted fiancé, only to find out that you weren't the bride? Jesus, Zara, you should have seen the look on that dude's face when I sprinted up to the altar and started kissing his wife. Weren't you supposed to be getting married at the Godwinson Hotel today? Hey, answer me.
What is wrong with you?
Ah, Zara, there you are. Where are you right now?
Whether I get married or not has nothing to do with you.
Answer my question. I asked you where you are. Answer me now.
I'm at the Godwinson Hotel in Hawaii. Why?
There's a Godwinson Hotel in Hawaii, too?
Why don't you take a look at their homepage instead of bugging me with asinine questions?
Oh, God damn it. You're in another country. Ah, screw my life. I was sure you were still in Indiana.
To tell you the truth, after what you did to me on our wedding day, just the thought alone of being in the same state as you was terrifying. I quit my job and moved out of state on my own. I'm in Hawaii right now, but I don't live here, and I'm not going to tell you where I do live. I went to a different state and started my life over. I fell in love with a guy I met there, and we just got married.
What? But why? Zara, I still have feelings for you.
I don't believe you for 1 second, Graham. Besides, being told the jerk who made a total laughingstock of me on my wedding day has feelings for me doesn't exactly give me butterflies in my stomach.
But please, babe, I told you I never meant for things to go down that way.
Whether you meant it or not, you still gave a band of notorious wedding crashers full license to do whatever they wanted to me on what should have been the most special day of our lives. You are disgusting. You make me physically sick. You scare me, and I hate you.
No, Zara.
Let me guess, you probably think that by making up with me and us getting back together, you can restore your old reputation after it hit rock bottom when everyone found out what you did to me?
I
don't know whether there's any point in me telling you this, because it should be patently obvious by now, but I don't need you in my life anymore, Graham.
No, wait, please, I'm begging you.
Never contact me again.
No, wait, please, just give me a chance to explain, baby. Baby, please. Okay, I'm in trouble. Big trouble. I just got a message from some dude's lawyer. Apparently, I'm getting a bill for compensation for that wedding I crashed by mistake. You know, the one I mistook for yours. They seem pissed, and I don't think they're gonna go easy on me. Oh, there's no way I can come up with this much money. I'm gonna have to go into more debt at this rate. Please, Zara, I need some money. Can I have some money? My parents disowned me, and I'm all on my own. You're the only person I can turn to. Look, I'm begging you. You have to help me, somehow. Did all those years we spent together count for nothing? Hello? Zara? Are you there? Please respond. Why aren't you reading my messages? Zara.
Back when we divorced 5 years ago, I still felt kinda afraid Graham might do something crazy if I did anything to provoke him. So I decided not to block his number. It turns out I did the right thing. According to one of my friends back in Indiana, Graham crashed the wedding of total strangers by mistake, thinking it was mine, and ended up getting a bill for $30,000 in compensation. Apparently, he quit his job at the company he was at while we were together a while back, and he currently isn't working at all, meaning he has zero income. To make matters worse, I heard he's been borrowing money from a black market loan shark notorious for using violence and intimidation to collect his debts.
Rumor has it that a black car with tinted windows was seen pulling up outside Graham's beat-up old apartment in the dead of night before 4 mean-looking bald guys in leather jackets jumped out and bundled him into the boot. I don't know exactly what happened to him after that, but apparently he convinced one of his relatives to help him out with the debt repayments. Last I heard, he's currently being forced to work in conditions close to slavery in a job of questionable legality in a desperate attempt to come up with the money he owes and earn back his freedom.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.